MasterBoris back with a new video. What's good in the hood? Chicken nuggets with some hot sauce on them combos. Hey, we got another reaction video. You know what I'm saying? This caught my eye. I reacted to his videos before. Shout outs to the Jeremy Hill Show. Shout outs to you, my brother. Title of this video is "This is why black women hide good relationships from other black women." I gotta hear this. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna react to this together. So let's just get right into it.
Welcome to the Jeremy Hill Show. If you're easily triggered, leave now because this is not the show for you. Now, I have a question for you when it comes to this reaction video that I made. Is it me? Because this is my opinion. But is it me? But does it seem like modern women, black women in particular, never want to see other black women happy, especially when it comes to relationships? If they found a good man and they want to stick beside their man and they want to be happy and they got receipts showing that they are benefiting from being a traditional woman, doesn't it seem like all of the other roaches come out of the woodworks and start criticizing, tearing them down, discouraging?
That's because they are consumed by the garden of insanity, my brother. See, you gotta understand that some women within our community don't want to see good in anything of because they feel like, well, if I can't get it, you can't either. They have this mentality of that, and it's really killing us in the long run as a community. You know what I'm saying? Crabs in a barrel, as they say. But yeah, let's ride out.
Finding anything wrong with it? Well, we finna jump off in that thing. Yeah, before I do that, hit the notification bell, select the option that says all. That way you will be informed of all my new content. Can you dig it? Now, let me go ahead and put this woman on the screen. Let's get it.
I saw a post where a girl was like, happy relationships don't really exist because if it did, we would see more of them online. Speaking from firsthand experience, us happy folks are hiding from y'all. The internet has this thing where once you start posting your relationship, people want you to further try and prove how happy you are. And we don't have time for that. Like, I'm just going to stay offline and enjoy my happy life. I don't have to prove to strangers how happy I really am. When we post about certain things as motivation for other women, we get nothing but negativity. So why even bother? I'll never forget the
I agree with that, because when women do come on here and say that they got a good man, there's a million more women who don't even have a man or may be in a toxic relationship themselves that want to condemn the woman for coming out and saying, hey, there is good men. That I have a great man. There are good men out here. Other women don't want to hear that shit simply because they choose the wrong men. They are stuck in situations that they don't want to be stuck in, but yet they don't want to walk away from. You know what I'm saying?
And they call those good women pick-me's.
Some of these type of women who have good men, good relationships, need to hide from these women. But at the same time, some of these women need to step up and say, the reason why you're not having the type of man or you're not experiencing the type of relationships that I'm experiencing is because of your decisions, your attitude. You talk back. You may not be faithful. You're not agreeable. You're not pleasant to be around. I mean, why do black women, my most humble opinion, black women, why are black women so, eager to tear down another black woman's happy relationship?
The Jezebel spirit, it's in them. They don't want nobody to be happy. They don't want especially they don't want the brother to be happy. They sure don't want other black women to be happy. So, like I said before, it's just they hurt and they're too belligerent to even keep a man. So and that's why they are jealous. They are mad at other sisters who got their head on straight. They take care of their man. They treats their man right. They hate on that. Let's ride out.
Why are y'all so bitter and jealous of each other? I don't know. And then they make problems for good relationships. They be trying to make it where the man mess up or where the woman mess up. It's crazy. Let's keep going, man.
man, we get nothing but negativity. So why even bother? I'll never forget the time I made the post where I was like, all men don't cheat. I know for a fact my husband is not cheating. Then everyone and their mom ran to my comment section to try and tell me that they knew my husband better than I know my own husband. I had to hear, how you know that? Because we're together 24/7. He works from home, doesn't go anywhere. Then I heard, well, while you're gone, he's probably sneaking another woman in. Well, we got cameras all over our house. And also he's home watching the kids.
And this is the thing too, like a lot of sisters out here, well, no, not a sister of mine. A lot of quote unquote black women that are modern women that are bitter, they always assume the worst from men. They always assume the worst. If you manifest the worst, you're gonna get the worst. Your words is more powerful than you think. You just gotta take into consideration and just, find yourself and change what you got going on that's wrong with you. And a lot of women don't want to hear that. And there's a lot of women that I put on this channel that I react to and spread awareness of, telling other women to do that, and they don't listen. Let's ride out.
Really see everything he's doing 24 hours a day. Then you know what the reply to that was? Somebody literally told me, well, he must be gay because all men cheat. And if yours not cheating, he must be like men. Then somebody else was like, oh, you better be careful. He's not messing with your kids.
So they would rather call a good man a pedophile, anything to tear down man's character, because they don't want to believe that there are good men out there who are focused on being productive and actually trying to have a good family. They would rather call you gay. They would rather call you a predator. They would like to say you're an adulterer, or you lying, or you cheating, because they don't want other women to be happy. They want to put this inside the minds of other black women before they enter into relationships, so they can enter into them with their guards up, because the women who are advising these other women are traumatized from past relationships, from past experiences that they brought upon themselves. And when they meet a woman who has not had the same amount of traumas or trauma bonds, or may not have any at all, they want to ruin them and corrupt them and spoil them and make them think that all men are bad. They want to skew their whole perceptions of reality, and perceptions of relationships, to make them already difficult to deal with for men. That's why a lot of men have a hard time dealing with women. They are already combative and argumentative a lot of times, because they surround themselves around women who are negative instead of being around people who are positive, instead of being around people who have proven that they have the ability to maintain a relationship for 5+ years, and that there's not a whole lot of cheating, run around, and all the other stuff going on. They don't want to believe that. They want to walk in their delusion. They want to walk in their pain. They want to share their pain. They want to sprinkle their pain upon the mindsets of different women. They want women to hate men. That's what it would come down to. There are certain groups of women, black women in particular, who want, and this is my opinion. You don't got to say, hey, I can't quantum size this, I can't prove, whatever you want to say. This is my opinion at the end of the day. But you cannot dispute what you see outside. You cannot dispute how women are dealing with men and how men are dealing with women in our community, the black community. And when you deal with a lot of these black women, you will see that they seem to have a natural hatred or unnatural hatred towards black men. Okay. And a lot of it because women like to push this whole narrative that there's no such thing as a good man. There's no such thing as a good relationship.
I mean, you can prove yourself right quickly. Just watch my videos. And all these women be on these podcasts over there contradicting themselves, being hypocrites, and always saying that, assuming the worst, saying stuff that is the worst regards to men. I mean, I got tons of it. It's ridiculous. And then they expect men to want them because of all the things they be saying. I just call them out. I just call them out and be like, yo, that's wrong. You know what I'm saying? You can't think like that. But some of these women are going to not have a man for the rest of their life because of their reputation is so bad. Everybody knows some of these women out here that's running these streets are bad apples. And what do you do with bad apples? You throw them in the trash. Let's ride out.
Because all men are cheaters. So why he's not cheating? So he has to like kids because he's not cheating. That is how evil, twisted, and sick a lot of these women are online. Oh, but I'm not done. The post where I was like, I don't know the cost of anything. I don't work. I don't have to pay bills. I don't have to cook. I don't have to clean. I don't have to do nothing. Men and women hopped on that post to come up with the worst case scenario that they could possibly come up with. He's sleeping with the housekeeper. He has another woman pregnant. Somebody even said he's grooming me, even though I'm in my 30s.
So again, a man has to be a child predator He has to be sleeping with the housekeepers. Why can't a man just be successful? Now, if he wants to take care of a woman that way, that's his prerogative. If he worked that hard, I mean, I would want a woman to kick in. I don't believe in just doing all that stuff and she just being around being pretty, personally. But I'm not knocking him for that because he worked hard to be in that position, to be able to do those things. So that's his prerogative. Now, because a man wants to do that for her does not mean that he's a bad guy. These women are mad because they can't find a man that can do the same thing for them because they don't qualify. A lot of times, a lot of women have non-marital births, a lot of bastard children. And like I often say, you can do it. You can do the research. I already put the statistics out on other videos, but at least within the black community, the black women have about 59% of them have more than one baby daddy. I believe it's called multiple multiple fertility rate or something like that. They have more than one baby daddy. That's over half of black women in the community. So she don't have no kids. If she do have kids, it's by him. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with having that way? That's that man's business. Let these people be happy. The sisterhood ain't nothing but negative people. They don't like each other. Nobody in the sisterhood like each other. They only come together for negativity. Let's go.
Sometimes the stuff people say on here is so sick and foul. When you live like me, you don't even want to read the comment section because the hate, the animosity, the jealousy, and the envy goes crazy. So, to stay stress free and keep your peace, it's best to just let everybody think all men are liars, all men are dogs, all men are cheaters, and just gatekeep the good ones to yourself.
That's sad because it makes us all look bad. Well, it try to make men look bad.
Ooh. Crazy in the hood, man. Look, a lot of these women in our community, man, they always assume the worst for the men they trying to get with, but if they expect to have a successful relationship, I don't understand that. I really don't. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section down below. Let's have a discussion. Hit that like button, subscribe if you're new. I do a variety of videos here, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.